Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about the punctuation marks. Let's get into the lesson. Hello everyone. Today we are going to see punctuation. Now let's see what is punctuation. Punctuation is the system of signs. Punctuation is the system of signs or symbols to show how a sentence is made and how it should be read. The punctuation is very much important for the sentence because it is the signs or symbols. Punctuations are signs or symbols. It will show how the sentence is made and also how it should be read. That is what punctuation. Actually, full stop, comma, brackets used in writing to separate the sentence. Full stop, comma and brackets are used to separate the sentence and their elements to clarify the meaning. Let's see what are the common punctuation in English. Because punctuations marks are very much important for GC or Nulli level, at the same time grade 10. Now let's see what are the common punctuation marks in English. Full stop. First one is full stop. Second, the question mark. Third, quotation marks or speech marks. Fourth one, apostrophe. Fifth one, the comma. Sixth one, the hyphen. Seventh one, the dash. Some more. Eighth, the exclamation mark, the colon, the semicolon, parenthesis, brackets, ellipsis, the slash. We are going to see one by one with the examples. So you can easily understand where to use the punctuation marks in the sentence. Full stop. Full stop, it is a common punctuation mark. Let's see. A full stop is one of the most commonly used punctuation marks in English language. For your information, in the research shows approximately half of the punctuation marks used are full stops. Now let's see full stop rules. Mostly used at the end of the sentence. We are using the full stop at the end of the sentence that is considered to be complete. So we are using at the end of a sentence to consider as complete. This punctuation mark, this full stop, is also used following an abbreviation. Also, it is used the end of a group of words that don't form a typical sentence. Let's see by understanding from this example. My names, my name is Raja and I was 15 in July. That means that particular person's name is Raja and he will be 15. He was 15 years in July. Those sentences completed, so we are using full stop here. Now see, Mr. Raja, second example, Mr. Raj was talking with Mr. Vishnu. So, you see here, in front of Raj, in front of Vishnu, Mr. So there is coming a full stop. As I said in the full stop rules. Now let's see question mark. Actually, a question mark is used after an interrogative sentence. Like question form. A question mark is used after an interrogative sentence in English. So you can see the example here. Where are you from? That's a question form. That's a question. Interrogative sentence. We are asking a question, so that in that case, we have to use the question mark at the end of the sentence. When we are writing a question at the end of the sentence, we must use the question mark. See the second example. Can I have a pen, please? Can I have a pen, please? So in this case, you are asking something from another one. So you are asking a question, can I have a pen, please? So at the end of the sentence, we must use a question mark here. So I repeat again, a question mark is used after an interrogative sentence in English. It is very much easier. Right, now let's move to the quotation marks or speech marks. Quotation marks or speech marks. You have to note this one, speech marks. These quotation marks commonly used for the direct quotations in English. Now, let's see the first example. I told a clue about my age. Little boy said. What the little boy said? I told a clue about my age. This is what the little boy said. The quotation mark or speech marks. So in this case, we have to use quotation marks here to include what the boy said. That is what the speech mark. Let's see the second example. Fine, thanks. Someone is replying. Fine, thanks. It's a different example. Fine, thanks. He replied in a thankful manner. So what he said, fine, thanks. That's what his speech. Fine, thanks. So we have to include this fine, thanks with a quotation mark or speech mark. You can see here. So quotation mark or speech mark commonly used in the direct quotations in English. Now let's move to the apostrophe. An apostrophe is used to indicate, that certain letters have been omitted from a word. It is also be used to show the possessive form of a noun. Let's see by understanding from an example. Before that, we have to understand the apostrophe rules. What are the rules for the apostrophe? We can use the apostrophe in contractions. We can use the apostrophe in contractions. We can use the apostrophe to indicate possession. We can use the apostrophe in contraction. Also, we can use the apostrophe to indicate the possession. Now, let's see for the contractions. Here you can see some examples here. We are using apostrophe in the contractions. See here, full form, he is. In the contracted form, we are using apostrophe. His. I am. Apostrophe is here. Do not. Don't. You can see the apostrophes. I would. I'd. Let us. So in the contracted form, let's. We are using the apostrophe for the contracted one. Who is? So whose? Apostrophe is here. So students, you have to understand we are using apostrophe in the contracted forms. These are some examples for your consideration. Now let's see some example to indicate possession. He joined Darshan's shop in 2019. Darshan's. The shop belongs to Darshan. So here we are using apostrophe because the shop is belong to Darshan. Darshan's. Second one, Kamala's hair was blonde and curly. So it's describing about Kamala's hair. Her hair is blonde and curly. So Kamala's hair. So here we are using apostrophe. Let's see the third example. The boy's parents travel by the bus to Colombo. The boy's parents traveled by bus to Colombo. So in this case, whose parents? Boy's parents. So here we are using apostrophe. So these are some examples to indicate apostrophe for the possession. Now let's move to comma. Comma is also important mark. Let's see this punctuation mark, comma. A comma is used to indicate difference between two separate ideas or elements within a sentence. It can separate two ideas or elements within a sentence. Also, commas used to separate numbers. You have to consider this one. Comma used to separate numbers and dates also. Now, students, let's see what are the rules for the comma. Where to use the comma? Rules. First one, use a comma when two separate sentences are combined. If you combine two sentences into one, you can use comma. If you join two sentences into one, you can use comma. Here you can see. You can use a comma when two separate sentences are combined. That's mean joined. Now, let's see the example for that one. They purchased some cheese and we purchased some fruit. They purchased some cheese and we purchased some fruits. So in this case, they purchased some cheese and also we purchased some fruits. So two separate sentences, we are joining this sentence by using a comma also. There is a conjunction is there and, but at the same time you have to use the comma also, punctuation mark. Let's move to the second rule. Add comma between two words in a series. We can use comma in a series. That's mean, let's see the example. Raj was tall. He is tall, dark and handsome. There is too many words are describing about the Raj. In this case, we are using comma. That's what mentioned series. Raj was tall, he is tall, at the same time he is dark. And also he is handsome. So we are using comma, tall, comma, dark, comma, and handsome. Hope you can understand very well. There is some more rules are there for the comma. Comma can be used to separate. It can used to be separate an introductory element from the rest of the sentence. From the rest of the sentence. Let's see. We can understand by using this example. As the celebrations came to an end, as the celebrations came to an end, the organizers started to thank everyone. So it is separating. It is separating. You can see the comma here. As the celebrations came to an end, the organizers started to thank everyone. It is separating the introductory element. It is over here from the rest of the sentence. The fourth rule, comma used to set off the words yes and no. You can use yes and no by using the comma. Let's see the example here. No, thank you. In here, we are using comma. No, thank you. Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. So when we are using yes or no in a sentence, we can use the comma here. Another rule for the comma, use a comma in a text sentences. Use a comma in a text questions. What is a text question? It is a short question behind the sentence. Use a comma in a text question. He is your brother, comma, there is a text question. This is what the text question. A small question. So in this case, we can use the comma in front of the text question. You can see here. He is your brother, comma, isn't he? Isn't he is the text question. So in front of the text question, we are using the comma here. So we can use the comma in the text questions. Text questions are very much important for the O-level examination. So you have to understand, we have to use the comma here. Now let's move to the sixth rule, another rule. Comma can be used to indicate a direct address. Directly asking a question. Is that you, Raj? See the example here. Is that you, Raj? Directly addressing to that particular person. In that case, we can use comma. There are some more rules are here for the comma, because comma is very much important. So you have to learn very carefully. Comma, use a comma when a participle phrase clause is used. Use a comma when a participle phrase or clause is used. See here. Let's see the example. Walking slowly, I able to see the beautiful flowers. So after the walking slowly, we are using comma here. So you can use the comma when a participle phrase or clause is used. At the same time, let's see the next rule. It can be used to separate the parts of the date. Comma can be used to separate parts of a date. Monday, comma, July 17th, 2021. In this case, we are using comma to separate the dates. We are using comma to separate the date. Monday, comma, July 17th, comma, 2021. So, comma can be used to separate parts of the date. Now, let's move to the hyphen. Actually, hyphen have three main uses. Commonly, the hyphen can be used to link words to prefixes. It can be used in the prefixes, in compound words, and also as a way to show word breaks. Word breaks. Prefixes, compound words, word breaks. We can use the hyphen. Let's see the rules. It is very much easier to understand. That's why I am giving as rules. Hyphen to join two or more words together into a compound term. We can use the hyphen to join two words as a compound word. Two words, by using this hyphen, we can use a compound one word. Let's see the example. I work for part-time. Here, part is a separate word, time is a separate word. We are using the hyphen to join and make one word, a compound word, part-time. See the second example, self-confidence. Self is a word, confidence is another word. We are using hyphen to join two separate words together. Hyphen is here. used to link prefixes to words. Next one. Hyphen used to link prefixes to words. See this example. These things happen on the prehistoric era. Prehistory time. These things happen, took place on the prehistoric, before the history. Prehistoric era. See here, we are using hyphen. Prehistoric. Prefix. Let's move to the third rule, used to indicate word breaks. To indicate word breaks. See the example. Some people think the 21st century is better than the 20th century. In here, you can see the word break 21st century. Here we are using hyphen. Here we are using hyphen. So, we can use the hyphen to indicate word breaks. Now, let's move to the activity. It's time for the activity time. Punctuate the following sentence using capital letters, full stop and question mark. It's a very easy one. Please do this activity. First one, I like to drink hot milk with sugar. May I have your pen, please? Raja is coming for lunch today. I am excited about our school trip. What is your favorite food? How many color pencils do you have? He liked vegetable soup. Nellore temple is in Nellore. Okay. Now it's the time to see the answers. Here, I is the capital here, and full stop have to come here. Full stop. And second one, may, M capital, and it is a question, interrogative sentence, so we must use the question mark. Here Raja, proper noun, Raja, capital R. At the same time, we have to use the full stop. Fourth one, I is capital, and we must use the full stop at the end of the sentence. Fifth one, W is the capital. It's a interrogative sentence. We have to use question mark at the end of the sentence. Sixth one, H is capital. This is also a question form, interrogative sentence. So we have to use the question mark. Seventh one, H is capital, and full stop also we have to use. Eighth one, N is capital. At the end of the sentence, we have to use full stop. I hope you understand very well. Thank you very much. Students, I hope that you understood very well. See you in next session. Thank you so much.